Good morning, YouTubers. How's it going? Feeling a little better today. Um, First thing I want to say, Brian, I found your light for you. It's 192.65, and we'll just have to check on it. But I believe this is it right here. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry about the camera's not focusing very well, but I believe that's it. I believe it pulls out from 4, it says 47 to 67. It's 1300 illumination, 200 SMD LED lights. Let's see what all it has here. 1 year warranty for you. That's about all I see. I think I've covered it all for you. Only thing I can tell you is maybe get with Scott Anderson, my gear wrench tool guy, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to you. And any of you that want any of the catalogs, he gets them out to me monthly, and he tries to get me every one. I've got a couple of them here. I hadn't even looked in this one. That light may be in here on sale. You just have to talk with him, and I'll try to if I can remember. I needed some content anyway this week to do for the tool truck, so I may get on there and maybe Scott and I can do a little bit of review on this light for you guys, and because I know a couple of you've asked, but I believe it was Brian had asked me, or Brad, I can't remember. I went through 25 of them the other day. People that had put in there, and guys, I'm sorry if I don't get back with you, and then I'm having, this is all new to me, and I want you guys to understand that I'm learning, and I don't know if I am doing stuff right or what. Some of the comments I try to comment and it won't let me comment, or when it puts it on there it just says invalid, and I'm having a hard time with that part of it. But I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can, and we'll just see what happens there. A lot of times, like I said, it's just a learning curve for me, and I want you to understand. Be patient with me. Thank you for subscribing, man. It's I'm getting more and more every day, and my videos are getting hit every day. And I'd like to give a shout out to Jay Young, man. I see you bit the bullet on the box, and I envy you made this decision. It kind of wished I would have keep you guys updated. I turned it down. It was just one of them things. It was going to be a green Mr. Big Epic box. They gave me a heck of a deal. They were going to do a lot of things for me, but I'm glad I made the decision I did with my dad passing on, and that it's just one of them things that it was the right decision. I give Jay Young kudos. I'd have laid on it. I'd have just, I'd have talked it up big, because it's something that I really wanted. And, I know, understand you only live once, but, I got some responsibilities right now to take care of, and that comes first. And, sometimes in life we don't always get what we want. And, you know, it's just one of them things. The deal they give me, I wished I wouldn't have passed up. I thought it was funny. It's a small world. The gentleman that was in the background talking to Jay, and I know there were several of them. I don't know all their names, but one of the guys was one of the guys that had talked to me about the box, and he'd showed me the stuff like he did with Jay Young, and I thought that would, it was a small world that the same guy was in one of his videos. I mean, it was no big deal, but I just thought that was kind of funny. Uh, on a lighter note, I've got a friend that is, I tease him, he's an entrepreneur. He is, he's built a cooler for cooling your beer or your pop or your water. And how it started out is he he was tired of his beers getting warm when he was mowing the yard. He's got a big yard and that, and he was looking around and he said no lawnmowers and things had a beer cooler. And he said he was going 2, 3 beers at a time, mowing the yard or throwing. He said he's thrown out up to 5 beers compared to when with this new invention that he's made, it keeps your beer cooling. You can wire it into your mower. But I tease him. I said, well, if you were drinking 5 beers, that's considered an alcoholic. But that's just one of them things. I joke with him, and he said, well, I've cut down to 2. He said I'm not throwing near as many away. But I'm going to have him on and have him introduce this beer cooler and just see if you guys are interested in it. And I'm going to try to do a deal with him to where, and I'm trying to think of a name, and maybe you guys can give me some suggestions for a name. I'm started out, I think I'm going to call it Toolbox Talk. And I think I'll have different friends that have different ideas or different, toolboxes or whatever, and we may go. I've got several friends in the automotive industry. I have several friends that are in the plants and things, and maybe I can do some tours or have them do some tours and introduce them to this channel. And I just think it'd be pretty awesome to be able to do that. And Steve had offered to come talk with y'all on it and tell a little bit about it, and I'm going to talk with him, and maybe we can do a giveaway to where maybe I get enough subscribers, and we'll pick somebody that I subscribe or that subscribes to my channel and get so many subscribers, and we'll just pick somebody out of that group of people, or we'll come up with something. It's just one of them deals that I think I want to be a little bit different than some of these other guys, and I want to have a little bit of different content, and if that's possible. It's really hard to come up with different ideas and not copy some of the other guys out there. And that's my biggest pet peeve is I try not to copy. It's just one of them deals, like with the, I know there's certain few that go through the flyers and that, and I know not too many have the monster one from the gear wrench. That's why I did it. I know there's a gentleman out there that does quite a few the snap-on, but I've been noticing I get a lot of mine before everybody else does, and I've tried to not do a lot of them because I don't want to take somebody else's idea. If that's what they're doing on here, then great. That I kudos to them. But it's we all got to work together, in the YouTube community, and I consider everybody, my friends Jay Young and all the ones that are out there, and the junkie. I've been meaning to send him some stuff, and I haven't had time. I want to tell these guys that I appreciate them starting these videos, and that it really got me interested, and it's helped me, and it's kept my mind off of other things, and I started this about a month ago, and it's really starting to pay off. And I don't know, it's becoming more and more fun to do these videos, and I've got quite a few ideas, like I said, with my friend Steve, with his invention, and I'm going to see if he'll let us go out to his place and do some videos on his drag car. He's got a I don't know what you call it, modify. I'm not really into the drag cars and things. I mean, I've always been around it. I've helped Steve out a couple times on another drag car that he had, but this one is it's bad to the bone. And maybe we can go out there and look at it and uh, see how he turns wrenches on it. And I know he's rebuilding the motor because he blowed the 454, I think it was, blowed it up. Um, and maybe we can let him do a toolbox or tour in his shop and see what all he uses for the. I think it's a top fueler. I really can't tell you, and I don't want to tell you wrong, but that's another day or another story. But I just kind of want to tell you guys how it went for me on the Epic box. It was going to be green. I was working for a black top with a side cabinet and a workstation. I wanted the workstation. The price on it, man, they was going to give me a lot of stuff. They had the big. I don't know if you've seen Junkie behind him. He's got the big screwdriver and the big pair of pliers, and they even threw a couple of them in. They was trying to get me to, if I bought the box, they'd throw them in for nothing. And I've priced them. I know what they are. The tool allowance that they were going to do. They were going to forgive my tool account. They was going to wipe it clean, and you know I, that just that blew my mind that that they would do that. But they really wanted to put me into the box. But it was one of them things. I should have done it. You only have 24 hours, guys. When from the time they tell you to the time, they give you a certain amount of time to do it. And, you got to make a decision there. And I didn't like that part because, I'm one that it took me I think, 2 or 3 days on my box out here. It may have been a week. I don't know, before I bought it. And I know poor Shane was just, do you want it? Do you not? And I understood. And like I told him, if it's sold and somebody else bought it, I just wasn't meant to have it. But I like the box. I can add to it. It was just the other one. I just didn't feel, when something's right and something wrong. And I think a lot of it had to do that I didn't realize my father was as sick as what he was. And, I was glad I didn't jump the gun because, I'm having to help my mom out. And, that would have been money that, I'd have been really struggling to help her, if I'd have bought the other box. So I'm kind of glad I didn't. Uh, I know they only come around like once or twice a year. And hopefully, I'll get another deal. I don't know if it'll be as sweet. Like I said, he was throwing a lot of, he was teasing me. He said, I've thrown in everything but the kitchen sink. And, it's one of them things. And I thought it was funny when I watched Jay Young's video and that, it just, it kind of made me wish that I would have went ahead and done it. But, that's beside the point. And way to go, Jay. That is, it just, I was laughing. And I probably would have been the same way and been happy because, like I said, it was my dream box. And I like the color you picked. I'm just partial to green because of my shop colors are the green and purple. And of course, it got the Joker and that. And it's just, I don't know, I like the purple and green, and I get a lot of crap about it. Old man, liking oddball colors, but that's just me. I've always been somebody that's been different, and that's part of life. If we were all the same, you wouldn't have everybody be alike, and that's. But the only thing I can say is, people, please like, share, subscribe. Um, I appreciate everybody watching my channel, and thanks for bearing with me over the last couple days. I know I've been kind of emotional and stuff, and you guys probably don't care to hear my problems, but yeah, I enjoyed being able to talk with you guys, and there wasn't, there was not a whole lot of people out there that, was negative or what. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Wasn't being hateful or whatever. For me to share my emotions, but it helped me talk with somebody that you guys listened, and I didn't have to worry about somebody saying something back. But that's beside the point. It's all behind us now, and it's over. It was one of them things that was hard for me to deal with because I'd never been through it. My wife, had lost her mother and father at a young age, and it's different. But life has to go on. But hopefully this morning, I've kind of filled you guys in on everything. The people that's left comments on my page, and I noticed I think there's a couple trolls out there, but that's fine. Yeah, I paid a little bit, maybe too much. I kind of went back and checked on my kit for Snap-on that I bought off eBay, and I'm learning that anywhere from RCer sells them for 65. Uh, it almost looks like the same file kit or rethreading kit. Uh, I know I got back on eBay and there's a couple others. I think it was 85 or 95. I don't remember. It don't matter. It is what it is. I already bought mine. I bought mine probably 6 months ago, I think. I don't remember. I have to go back and look at my receipts. But and I apologize if I get some of the prices wrong, guys, and that. This is new to me, and sometimes I kind of wing it and I forget the prices. It's just one of them things. But, overall, I think I've done fairly good in a short amount of time doing these videos, and I just want to say that. And then I want to say kudos to Justin Dowell. In my book, I'm really impressed with you burying the hatchet. Uh, that's a true man, you know. If You're probably a lot better person than I would have been, because when somebody gets on my bad side, I cut them deep, and it's hard sometimes to. Don't get me wrong, I can make amends, but somebody does that or would have done that to my wife or kids or whatever, it would have, I don't think he would have, liked the way I would have handled it, because, that's just, and I shouldn't be that way. I shouldn't even brought it up, but I just wanted to say kudos to you. You, in my book, are number one. Uh, I think Bruce Allen, I think he did the right thing by giving you the email address to where you guys could hash it out and get it over. And that's part of what we need to do in this YouTube community. There's too much hate out there, and that's what aggravates me the most. That you know it don't matter what color, what creed. We all just need to get along and be kind to one another. You just, there's too many people out there that get offended by words. And it's funny because I've got a buddy that he's a lot younger to me, and his favorite saying is, words. It's just words, and we'll tease one another back and forth on text message and that, and if we call each other a name, and he'll throw that back at me. Well, it's just words. And I got to thinking about that the other day, and then when I seen the video on Justin Dowell to where he made amends, great job. You are a true trooper, in my opinion, and thank you for your service. We don't tell our guys that are protecting us that enough. And I've got family in the service, that, we don't, a lot of times we don't tell you guys, hey, thanks a lot. And I'm just want you to know that in my book, you're a number one, and I like your channel. Um, I get a kick out of, how you present your stuff, and your content is your content. And I've been over to your other channel. I'm a Mopar guy myself. I do drive a GMC because I got a better price on my GMC than Dodge would give me. But I've got uh, a couple of Dodges, and you can see I'm a Chevy guy too. It's just one of them deals. And once again, I'm rambling this morning, but I just kind of want to tell you guys what was going on. And a couple guys asked about the box, and I had to decline it. I hated to decline it, but it is one of them things. But please like, share, comment, and thank you guys once again for watching my channel. And we will see you sometime this week. Hopefully I can get Steve rounded up, or if it may be next week. Most of the weekend I'm going to be working, so maybe I can get him here in between, some of the jobs I've got. I took Thursday off, and it's just stuff I got to do. So, maybe watch the weekend. I may post a few videos. If not, sorry guys, it'll all start on Monday. Um, it's starting to pick up around here, which is good. So, that's another thing that makes me feel good. So, have a good day. Uh, I think it's Friday. I just want to say, have a good weekend. God bless. And once again, love your family, and take care of them. Tell them you love them, and have a good Friday.